I think many years ago, before you were born, I had a Swedish team called Gothenburg, and this is 1982. And that were not professional players. They were plumbers, they worked in school, they were everything, and we became champions of Europe with non-professional football players. And that was a ticket to come out of Sweden, to come out in the professional world. So, yes, we were extremely good. And I remember the match day in the final, we met Hamburg at home, first leg. And one of the players came to me the day before and said, "Boss, do you think I can take half day off tomorrow, the final, when it's a final?" He was a plumber, starting 7 o'clock in the morning. "Yes, you can," I said. "The club will pay you." So we worked only until 1 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock in the evening, he scored a goal against Hamburg, the winning goal. So if you, as I told you, today it's very difficult to understand that, because amateurs shouldn't beat professionals. But at that time we did, and that was a start for me to travel around the world. If you have a World Cup, it's always like a big party for a month. And to make part of it it's great for everybody, players, the staff, the coaching. It's football, 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 and you compete and you prepare and you look at other games. So it's the best you can do as a professional, whatever you are, professional in football. The best, I don't know. I think England should have won the World Cup 2006. I still think, I thought before the tournament, during the tournament, there were no other teams better than England. But once again, we lost in penalties in quarterfinal. But we should have won that. We should have reached the final. The team was a very good team. Well, one of them is, I talked about 2006. We met Portugal in the quarterfinal, and that was my last game. So after that defeat, we were very, very sad and angry. But you're coming into the dressing room and this was your last game, so what do you say? We will be better next time, or talk tomorrow, or yeah, it's not very much to say, because that's it. Tomorrow I go home and they go on. So that was very, very sad. And I think it was a World Cup qualification game. We met Northern Ireland away and we lost 1-0 and we played awful. So the morning after that game, my house in London, outside there were 60, 70 cameramen, journalists, and everybody had one question. It was not if I should resign or not, it was when. Are you going to resign today or tomorrow, was the question. You cannot lose against Northern Ireland. And others as well. Unfortunately, the longer you are in football, you risk to lose games as well. Well, it must be the Brazilian one. What's his name? Scolari. Because he knocked out England 4 times, 3 times, twice with Portugal and once with Brazil, 2002. So it must be him. But he's a gentleman. I like him. He's a very good man. And I think he was lucky a couple of times, but luck is important as well. One name, that's difficult. I had many good football players. It's very difficult to compare because someone was defenders, midfielders, strikers. Phew. If you take England, I had players like Beckham, of course. Even if he maybe not was the best player in the world ever, for sure he's the most famous ever. And I think he's the most famous athlete in the world. Wherever he goes, it's chaos, totally chaos. Fans everywhere. If you go to China, to Japan, wherever you go. I had Ruud Gullit, I had Rooney, I had Roberto Falcao, I had Mancini, I had Baggio, a lot of them. It's difficult to say. Roberto Falcao, you don't remember him. Brazilian midfielder. Played, was captain of Brazil, captain of Roma. I had very good player, but many. Rooney started in the national team qualification games when he was 17, without any fear, without any, not afraid at all. I told him the day before the game, tomorrow we're going to start. Okay, he said, like, that was nothing with that. And that was in England. So, and then what he has done for England and for Manchester United, he's the best goal scorer of United ever. He's the best goal scorer of England ever. You can never take that away from him, even if people try to criticize him sometimes, but the fact is there that he has done. I had a friend 10 years older than me. I learned a lot from him. His name is Tor Grip. I was his assistant many years ago, and then when I moved to Italy, I took him as my assistant. And he was my assistant for 20 years, I think. And that's a man. You don't know him, but in England everybody knows him, and in Europe, great professor.